Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Thank you for joining us. It's time for Well, happy Monday evening. Welcome to the show that exists because we want you to be in the know. And this is episode number 7. Whew, can you believe we've been doing it for 2 months? This is our next to last episode of season 1. And it has been a blast to do this, and it has been a blast to hear from our guests, get to talk with our guests about all the incredible ministries and things that are happening within the life of FBC. If you happen to miss that, or if you just need a refresher course, you can catch all of those 6 episodes on either Facebook or YouTube. So go to Facebook, we have the series attached there, or you can go to YouTube and find all those videos as well. If you missed them, go watch them from start to finish. I know some we get to talking for like 30 minutes, but it's worth it. It's all good, 30 minutes worth of stuff right there. It's great content. So if you missed it, go watch them. Call to actions are so extremely important. The last few minutes of each episode includes a call to action or some multiple call to actions, because this is not just news only. This is information for you to act on. So we give a call to action at the end of every episode. So please, if you haven't answered those call to actions and accepted them, go back, refresh yourself, and then find out how you can connect and engage in those ministries. Tonight is exciting because we get to talk about our young adult ministry. With me here is my wife, but I also want to introduce some of our other special guests, the 2, 3, 4 and only. They got it. Camden and Cole Copley. Thank you guys for being with us tonight.
Thank you for letting us join. You're welcome.
Absolutely. You guys are awesome. So we talk about our young adult ministry here at First Baptist Church. Young adult ministry is different for every church. But within our church, we kind of say it's like 18-ish to 35-ish year olds. And for events, things like that, we say, extend it to just if you're a young at heart, right? If you're excited in your spirit and you can engage with the younger generation or the people that have families or the people that are single or the people that are in college or whatever it is, that it's open to those as well for all of our services and events. So technically, young adult ministry could be like any adult, right? But really, it's like 18 to 30-ish year olds. And we have a great group, and this is some of the faces that make up our young adult ministry. And so real quick, just give a quick kind of catch up like we do with all of our other ministries to catch us up to speed in the past 6 months to a year. Last May, I guess, is really when we kicked off our young adult ministry again. And we started with what I would say is typical. We did some weekly gathering that included music, teaching, childcare, food, kind of the typical components that make up any good churchy event. But then at the same time, we've tried some different things. Like now we're kind of in a season of we do a monthly fellowship. And I know last month in April, we did a backyard barbecue, and that was a lot of fun. It was at our house, and we actually turned our back porch into kind of a worship stage, and we had a great time of just playing and worshiping on the back porch. So that was really lots of fun, awesome. Not to mention the amazing food that was cooked by the incredible grill master, name to not be mentioned.
Sure. Nothing was even dropped. I mean,
nothing was dropped on the ground. There was nothing. It all came fresh off the grill to the plate. Mm-hmm. Nothing in between. Nothing. If there was dirt, it fell out of the tree or something on the way to I don't know how that happened. So many things in the life of the young adult ministry. We've done Sunday morning Bible study gatherings, Saturday night gatherings. Some of us get together throughout the week on whether it be Mondays, or we've done all kinds of other opportunities. Wednesday nights that we go out to eat. All throughout the week, all throughout the month, that there's different gatherings happening within our young adult life that maybe people aren't aware of or didn't know were happening. But there is. Our young adult life is very active, and the life of a young adult is extremely active, whether it be from graduating high school to going to college, to pursuing a career, to pursuing a spouse, to pursuing a family, whatever it is, that life is just super busy in that time, and you're making so many decisions about what it is you're doing with your life and where to go, what to do, how to do it, when to do it. It's extremely hard, and it's so important for those people to fellowship together and be a part together. But it's also so important for the church, those outside of the world of the young adult life, to still be extremely engaged and be a part, because it's biblical that the older, the elders, love, provide wisdom, build up, edify, lead the next generation to maturity, spiritual maturity. And so it's so extremely important that if you're not a part of the young adult life, to still know about it, be engaged in it, because our call to action tonight is going to be very specific about being engaged in it. But I want to ask you guys a couple of questions tonight to just hear from you guys, your hearts, about kind of young adult life and young adult ministry. And I know, like up here on the camera, we have a couple of different walks of life where, like Maggie and I, we are in that young adult world, just nearing that 30 threshold. But, you know, we've been married for several years, and we have a daughter. And y'all are on the lower end, the younger end of the threshold, closer to 20 than 30. Woo! And don't have that family yet, right? Y'all are finishing college, starting careers, whatever it may be. And so in your walk of life, I'm going to ask kind of a couple of questions to you. In the world of a young adult ministry within the context of First Baptist Church, what's kind of your favorite part, or has been your favorite part so far in the life of our young adult ministry? What's kind of been your favorite thing we've done or that you've gotten to be a part of?
My favorite part, personally, has been just being able to hang out with my friends, because 90% of my friends come from the young adults ministry here. And being able to see them, especially when we started where it was weekly, it was a lot of fun to hang out and play games with them.
Awesome, yeah.
And just being able to like worship and spend time with other people who are at the same point or just recently left the same point of life you're in.
Right?
I, like both of them said, appreciate the fellowship that comes from it. And it's almost like a relief to get to be around people that are of and around the same seasons of life, and kind of hearing their struggles in life, their good things that are happening in their life, and it just feels welcome.
Yeah, awesome, good stuff. And I would kind of piggyback off of that. You know, we talk about, or we have heard from, like the kids ministry, the student ministry. We also have a senior adult ministry. We know we have an active adult ministry through Sunday school and other avenues. But a lot of times that young adult world is just it's a different world. You know, you don't always have a young adult pastor or a young adult leader. And so it's very easy to get lost and to lose those different celebration moments in life, to lose those different steps from where you go from graduating high school, graduating to student ministry, to what's next. The only option in a lot of places are just, you know, corporate worship on a Sunday, or just, you know, just general church-wide fellowship, which is important, which is good, but it's also extremely important to meet the specific needs of young adults, and that happens in just day-to-day fellowship, day-to-day life, where we just go grab food together, or we just go bowling together, or we just go do something fun together and just live life together, do life together, right? And so that's really good stuff. Another question for you is, may kind of be the same question, but maybe a little bit deeper, if you can dig a little deeper, is like, what is really the value of being a part of young adult ministry? And like, if there's somebody that's watching that they are young adult and they're not currently engaged in any young adult ministry, especially not our ministry, what would be the value of them being a part, coming to our next fellowship, or coming to a weekly gathering to worship? What's the value in that? I'll start with that one. Yeah, what's the value in like somebody that's not a part of our fellowship right now becoming a part of the fellowship? What would be the value in that? You have anything to say on that?
I feel like we're a pretty open group. Not really any judgment thrown around. There's a lot of sarcasm and joking, especially when those two are involved. But it's just a really open and welcoming space. And even if like maybe I'm not in the greatest of moods when like an outing or something happens, or really just in general, when I'm around the friends that I have in the young adult ministry, like that always changes. Like I feel built up.
That's good.
Yeah, and going off what Maggie said, it's a place to where we all go through struggles, and just about everywhere in there, there's someone that's probably going through the same struggle as you are. And like she said, there's no judgment being passed around or anything like that. So it's really, really helps to be able to talk it out and work through whatever you're going through.
Good. Yes, and that was a great deeper answer. Thank you, guys. Kind of the openness, the safety of having people who truly care, aren't just going to take what you say and gossip about it, aren't just going to take what you say and tell you to shove it down deeper. We don't want to hear it, or that your problem is not really a problem because I have all these problems that are bigger than your problems. No, a problem is a problem in all of our worlds. All of our lives are difficult. We're all in different seasons, different steps. They're all hard. There's no easy part of life, I don't think. I always think that, like, once we finish this thing, then it'll be easy, right? But as soon as that thing's done, well, bam, there's something else. It's like, okay, as soon as we finish this thing, nope, because as soon as we finish that one, there's something else. There's always something. Life is always hard and difficult. So it's so important to be surrounded by people who just have good hearts, genuinely care about you, want the best for you, will support you, will hear you, will love you through whatever struggles, whether it be, you're in a situation of struggle or you're making decisions that are causing your struggle, whatever it is, right? Bad decisions or just hardships upon you, that you have people that just truly care about you and don't just want to give you advice, don't just want to whatever, fill in the blank, but they actually genuinely want to, the best for you, the best for each of us. And so that's really important to have that.
Yeah, and there's
No, you're
like
good.
a precedent of following up. Like if Cole is having a rough day or if Camden is having a rough day, I know that especially Ray, there's like a follow up. Like I'll ask Ray like, hey, how were they today? Or, it's not just like you see someone's having a rough day and you kind of ignore it and let it go. There's a genuine care there for it.
Yeah, good stuff. All right. Real quick, we talk about young adult ministry, and we said that we have had weekly gatherings, kind of worship style. We've had some monthly fellowships, but some other things that are part of the young adult life that we don't necessarily tie to young adults, but it is directly related, is like on Sunday nights we're breaking for the summer, but picking up again in the fall, is our parent ministry, led by our student pastor, TJ, where it's a parent small group. So all of those that are parents, young or old, have young or old kids, or you're just an uncle or aunt, whatever, you are involved heavily in a kid's life, that it's a great spot to get those specific needs met for parents, because parenthood is its own struggle and adventure. And so you need that specific group of people who understand those struggles and will love you through your struggles, will help you through your struggles, will follow up with you on your struggles, and genuinely be there to help and support you.
And you need a Camden and Cole to watch your children while you're this parent.
And then all the other people that make all those great things happen, like the people behind the scenes of this camera, and then on Sunday nights, like a Camden and Cole, who make all these other small groups able to happen. Yeah, it takes a village, for sure, definitely. Also off of that, in the fall, we're starting a soccer league. And so, we talk about, I said that the young adult life is extremely busy, and so it's very hard for us to go out and get involved in your life, in your young adult life, because you're just nonstop go. I know from the time that we wake up to the time that we lay down in bed, it's just nonstop. You're going, you're waking up, you're working, you might have college, or you're taking care of a kid, and then if you have a kid, you're taking care of them at nighttime, or you're getting ready for your next day. There's just a ton of stuff to do. And so it's hard to get involved in your life outside. So we said, what if we bring kind of the young adult life to us, to where we can just have as much as possible happen here amongst this great fellowship. And so in the fall, we're starting a soccer league for children aged 4 to 9. And so that's another avenue for those young adults that have kids or that want to be around other young adults. It's a great point to fellowship, to be involved. That if you don't have kids, you can definitely be that person like a Karen Nicole who, hey, I'll referee or I'll help coach or I'll help serve in whatever other capacity to make this successful and happen. So we have a lot of other things that are just like on the outskirts of our young adult ministry that make the life so vibrant. And so, like if we have an event or fellowship and only, say, a handful of people go out to eat, that's not the young adult ministry. The young adult ministry is really, hundreds, in the scope of our academy families, our student ministry families, our kids ministry families, our Sunday morning families, our other Wednesday night families. There's a ton of young adults that are involved in the everyday, day-to-day life here within the church that we may not see at every one event or one thing that we do. All right, one more thing before we play a game. And I didn't tell you I was going to ask this question, so I'm going to put you on the spot. And just to see how committed you are to the young adult ministry life. And that is that if you had we talk about, or it's said you should always have an elevator sermon or be able to tell somebody about Jesus or the gospel in the elevator ride, so 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. But if you just had to talk about the young adult ministry to convince somebody to come be a part of just one young adult event or fellowship, whatever it is, fill in the blank, you had 30 seconds to do it, what would your sales pitch be to that person? Because this is it. We got some people watching. What would your sales pitch be? I know it's on the spot, so you don't have any time to prepare it. What's kind of just your genuine, authentic pitch?
Well, there's always an opportunity. Like Ray said, on Sunday mornings, that's not really the best time to reach a general young adults range because of that. But it's, we're doing things almost every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day. So there's no excuse to not be able to be a part of something. And even if it's just a small fraction of us, we'll be happy to just live life together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, we're going to play a game in just a second, and then we'll kind of talk just a bit more about young adult ministry. If you have a question about the young adult world or some of these other things like parent ministry or the soccer league, our fellowships, the weekly gatherings, if you have a question about that or more information, ask it in the comments. We'll try to answer it. Again, thanks for joining us. Last week we didn't get to play a game because we had the worship team, and we actually got to sing some songs. Our lead singer is not here tonight, so we're not going to sing. We are going to play a game. So it's game time.
Fumble, red card, you're out! Game time.
All right. Don't cheat. All right, so here we are. We're ready for game time. This is the Whisper Challenge, and if you've seen The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, you have probably seen the Whisper Challenge done before. We are most certainly going to do it better because it's us, okay? It's us. And so on each table are 4 cards. Each card has a phrase or a saying. Maggie and Camden are both wearing headphones that's playing extremely loud, obnoxious music. So they cannot hear what Cole and I are going to be saying. We're going to say what's on the card. They're going to try to read our lips and tell us, the correct words, phrase, what we're saying, okay? Understand?
Yes.
Ready?
Ready.
And we're going to go, we'll just do one table at a time so we can really get the full experience. So we'll let you guys go first.
Hey, DJ, can you play the music?
Cue the music in their ears here.
Defy gravity.
Go again.
Defy gravity.
One more time.
Defy gravity.
Sci-fi gravity is all I got.
Close.
That's not bad.
Yep.
You want to try one more time? Try one more time.
Defy gravity.
Defy gravity?
All right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Ding.
Nice. All right. We'll give y'all 1 point. Maggie's turn. Oh. Ready? The ball is in your court.
The ball is in your toys.
the ball is in your court.
I'm still getting the ball is in your toys.
Court. Court. Court.
Say it one more time.
The ball is in your your court. Last guess.
The ball is in your toys.
So close. The ball,
ball
is
is
in your
court.
court. Good try, good try. We do not get the point.
Strawberries. Strawberries.
Strawberries.
All right, you guys are acing it.
They shared a womb.
They're probably cheating.
I'm just that good.
Camden's music isn't playing.
Always loud.
A flying koala. A flying flying
A flashlight?
flying
A fly kit?
koala.
Your wallet.
Koala.
Koala?
A flying koala.
A flying koala.
Yeah, a flying koala. All right.
8 times the
Take
charm.
that. Take that.
I love you.
Again.
I love you.
Is that I love you?
Oh man, they're doing so good. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Chocolate covered Oreos.
Chocolate covered Oreos.
Chocolate covered Oreos.
The music cut out. Hold on.
Wait. That music took a break. Make sure it's loud. Oh, no cheating. We need the point.
There it goes.
Last card. Last card.
Easy peasy.
Again.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
That's nonsense.
That's ridiculous.
It's rigged. I wasn't saying it too loud. It's rigged. All right, our last card. This is double or nothing, so we can win. How does that sound? How?
Owl?
How
How?
does
How does
that
that?
sound?
How does that sound?
Woo! Double or nothing, we win. So, y'all definitely won. All right, you can take it off. All right, great job, everybody. Oh,
Can I turn this off now?
Yes, you can take your music off. Woo! Good job.
Oh, there we go.
My
I
eyes
can
are
hear
watering.
again.
We'll give it to Camden and Cole. Y'all won fair and
I
square.
know. Y'all you guessed it so fast.
It may have
It's
been
easy.
just a little rigged, but
Easy peasy.
that's cool. That's cool. All right. It was easy peasy. Apparently
Easy
not
peasy.
for me. I'm glad I didn't guess because that would have been bad. All right. Last chance if you have a question about our young adult ministry, some of the things that we do, next upcoming fellowship I'll share in just a second, our weekly gatherings we were talking about, soccer league, parent ministry, or the slew of other things that happen throughout the week, these other small little gatherings where we go out to eat, whatever it is, all of those are open invites. So if you want to be a part, the only reason you're not a part is because we just haven't made that connection yet. So feel free to make that connection with us. Say, hey, we want to be a part as much as possible, and we will keep you in the loop about everything that's happening, how to be a part, and all of the good things. I said I was going to say something. Oh, our next fellowship, all right? Our next fellowship is this Saturday. All right, this Saturday, we're going to take a field trip. We're all going to go bowling at Star Bowling, okay?
There's no bus involved though.
Yes, it's going to be meet us there. Meet there, all right?
Bring your
at
own
Star
car.
Bowling at 5 p.m. this Saturday. We're going to go bowling. Camden, I know, is a pretty good bowler. Cole, I don't know. I'm a
It's a given. You're
like-
gonna beat me.
150 is a fantastic game for me. I know you're 200 plus. which you're just going to bowl in your own lane by yourself.
That is okay.
So this Saturday at 5 p.m., Star Bowling is another fellowship. 18 to 30-ish, absolutely welcome. Kids, welcome. And as long as you're young at heart, right, you're excited about kind of young adult life, excited about bowling, come be a part too, all right? It's not exclusive or discriminatory against any age group, all right? So come be a part. Bowling this Saturday, 5 p.m., Star Bowling. All right, we'll eat there, just fellowship, play some bowling, good friendly competition. Always friendly competition.
Yes, very friendly.
No bitterness involved when there's losing.
Right.
Yes, I know. After May, all right, so that's this Saturday. In June, we'll do another fellowship. Probably at some point as well in June, we'll do a game night just to get together and fellowship and have a game at somebody's house. So stay in the loop. Facebook page, we have a Facebook group, the Young Adult Ministry Facebook group. Go join that group. Usually on our church social media, we'll share as well. Friend myself, friend all of us on Facebook, social media. Stay in the loop. Come on Sunday morning services. You can see the announcement slides, read the bulletin, get the full loop. No reason you should not be in the know about what's happening. All right, so be in the know. And lastly, we're going to end every episode with a call to action. Remember, we have 6 prior to tonight that you should go catch up on. And I challenge you that if you have not accepted those call to action, to go accept those calls to action and act on them, to do them. It's time for our call to action tonight. Call to action.
This is your call to action.
So there are 3 call to actions that we share at least every week. And I'm going to go through those quickly, but I have an extra bonus one for us tonight. So first is prayer, that every single person can pray over the ministry, pray over the specific names that you know that are a part. And if you want to be a prayer partner, you want to pray for this ministry, I'll supply you a list of the current names that are definitely connected to our young adult life that just need to be bathed in prayer, constantly covered in prayer, individually, and then covered in prayer as a ministry, covered in prayer as a community, and you get the picture. There's so much prayer that is involved in helping people grow spiritually, helping people find who Jesus is, and just loving on them continually. So prayer is huge. Be a prayer partner. Continually pray, and you don't have to do anything special and say, hey, Ray, I'm going to be a prayer partner. You can just do it secretly at your home without us knowing. Commit to being a prayer partner. But I would love to know if you're going to commit to pray for the young adult ministry. Please let me know so I can keep you in the loop about all the things that are happening, how you can pray for specific things. So prayer, secondly, would be financially, right? All things that happen, really everything costs money, okay? Everything costs money, and thankfully the young adult ministry is pretty minimal on the funds that we require. Because we are adults, we can pay for most of our outings, we can pay for most of our food and things like that. But there are still expenses, and there are a lot of things that we want to specifically do to help engage our community with the gospel of Jesus and help grow those that are connected, more spiritually mature, to grow their faith. And some of those things just cost a little bit of money. And so all of these specific ways to give are above and beyond our tithing. We should always give to the operating budget of the church to help all ministries, help the purpose, mission, vision of the church. But then there's so many small needs that aren't included in the budget that are so vital to the success of these individual ministries. And we do have a few of those needs within the young adult ministry. So if you want to be a financial partner, again, let me know, and I'll share some specific needs that range from just a few dollars to hundreds to, if you want to be just an incredible blessing, then we can find plenty of needs that are above in the upper range, but financial. But we also know that not all people can commit to giving above and beyond their current tithe to meet specific needs financially, which leads very easily into the next one, which is to physically serve. In our weekly gatherings, when we're meeting weekly especially, there's so many ways to serve and things to do. When we're just doing our monthly fellowships, you could be a host. You could open up your home to people. You could provide food, help provide food for the gathering. You could share ideas about events and fellowships. You could coordinate those things. There's no one special person who makes all of it happen. It's a big team effort to make these things happen. So you could definitely just jump in and share ideas and make these things happen. We would love that. We'd love to just jump on board and say, hoorah, let's do whatever you just said. And so there's ways for you to serve, very involved physically, or just serve a little bit when needed, or certain events and things. Lastly, though, that is a way for literally everybody to be a part of the young adult ministry, is to simply be a part, to be engaged in the life of the young adult ministry. If you are a young adult and you are not currently connected to a church home or connected to a body of believers who will love you, who will support you, who will encourage you through every walk of life, through every situation, I call you to action, to act upon this, to come and join us in the next fellowship this Saturday at 5 p.m. at Star Bowling. If you need a ride, we will have an open seat or a couple of seats in our car. We will gladly give you a ride there. But join the fellowship, all right? There's no special magic thing. It's not a cult, so we don't have to indoctrinate you in, all right? It's, like Maggie said, it's an open group. So you can come, you can go, you can come, you can go. It's an open group. It's just a great space for you to come, be loved when you need the love, and to share the love when you can share the love, and just fellowship anytime in between there. So I challenge you to come be a part. If you're a young adult, to just simply come be a part. Join the fellowship. If you're not a young adult, you're still called to be a part and be engaged, because a young adult life is difficult, and it can be done on our own, but it is biblical, it's scriptural, it's so vital, so important that the church, that the older generation take on the next generation, lead them to spiritual maturity, love them, lead them to what it means to be a man, to be a woman, to be a husband, to be a wife, to be a parent, to do good in your career, to do good in your community, right? We need to be taught those things, even as adults, that we still be loved on and encouraged and supported. And so you as the church, you as the older, outside of the realm of the young adult age group, to still be a part, be engaged in the lives of the young adults. Not that you would just only share advice or only share what they should be doing, but that you would love them through their struggles, through their mistakes, because in the young adult world, you have now made plenty of mistakes, whether they be personal, relational, financial, career. Plenty of mistakes have already been made, and we just really need some love through it, right? We need, hey, that's going to be okay. Bad decision, bad mistake. But maybe here's some ways that you could help resolve that or fix that, or it will be okay. I've been there. I made that mistake. I had $0 in my bank account when I was 30, or I was in debt, or I had student loans, or right? There needs to be some, what's the word there? Some, I don't know, some just encouragement, some confidence share that said things will be okay, right? Young adult life is hard. Your toddler or your child who is struggling with the obedience is still going to be okay, right? They're going to grow up and they're going to be a good person, and they're going to love the Lord, and they're going to serve others. So we need that love and support, and we get it amongst our young adult fellowship one-on-one, but it's so important to come from that generation who has gone before us, and I pray that we would be that for our next generation. I know all of us are involved in our student ministry, that we would do that for our next generation too. So there you are, all right? Prayer, giving financially, serving physically, and then be engaged, being a part. If you're a young adult, come fellowship with us. If you're outside of that scope, you're not young at heart, you can still be engaged. You should still be engaged. Connect with our young adults. Get to know them. Get to love them. Follow up with them, like Maggie said. Support them always through all things. And we will see our young adults begin to change their hearts and seek and pursue things after the Lord, and those things that are true, righteous, and holy, because they're being shown that it's important. They're being taught the value of it, and they don't just have to trust on somebody else's word. They get to see it lived out in, hopefully, your life that you lived before us. Anything else that I missed, guys, or woman, gal? No? All right. Well, cool. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Just a little tidbit about the young adult ministry. We've had weekly gatherings. We're in our season of monthly fellowships. Again, the next one is this Saturday at 5 p.m. Star Bowling. All are invited. We will do some more monthly fellowships throughout the summertime. In the fall, parent ministry will kick back up on Sunday nights. And our soccer league began. So several ways to be a part, get engaged. Let me know, or one of us know, how you want to be a part, and we'll get you engaged, okay? We'll get you to be a part. Again, thank you for joining us. Next week will be our last episode, episode number 8, and we'll get to welcome Brother Tom Hawk back as we recap the end of the school year, the end of the semester, look ahead at the summer and into the exciting things coming in the fall. Until then, we'll see you next week.